Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Let me introduce myself. My name is Kaiza Zaki Firgawan. In class Management 23D, and my NPM is 2341183. And in this video, I will presentation and talk about health and safety in the workplace. Don't wait any longer. Let's start the presentation.
Okay, in occupational health and safety (OHS) in the workplace, occupational health and safety (OHS) is a crucial aspect that must be considered in every work environment. It is not merely a matter of regulatory compliance. OHS is an essential foundation for creating a safe, healthy, comfortable, and productive workplace. Effective implementation of OHS protect workers from potential hazard and risk of workplace accident and work-related illness. Next is why is OHS important? Number one is protecting workers. The primary goal of OHS is to prevent workplace accident injuries and work-related illness. Every worker has the right to a safe and healthy work environment. Number two is enhancing productivity. A safe and healthy work environment enhances workers' sense of safety and comfort. This contributes to increased motivation, performance, and ultimately overall company productivity. Number three is preventing financial losses. Workplace accident and occupational illness can result in significant financial losses for companies, including medical expenses, compensation, equipment damage, and potential legal claims. Next is compliance with legal obligations. The Indonesia government has regulation governing OHS. Companies must comply with this regulation to avoid legal penalties. Next is building a positive reputation. Companies with a strong commitment to OHS will build a positive image in the eyes of employees, customers, and the wider community. This demonstrates the company's social responsibility toward the well-being of its employees. Next is key elements of OHS. Effective OHS is implementation involve various interconnect elements. The first is OHS policy, a written statement from top management that demonstrates the company's commitment to OHS. This policy serves as the foundation for all OHS activities within the company. Next is OHS planning, the process of identifying potential hazard and risk in the workplace, assessing risk, and setting OHS objectives and program to control those risks. Next is K3 implementation and operation. The implementation of K3 plans through concrete action such as providing personal protective equipment, PPE, K3 training, safe work procedure, and hazardous material management. And next is K3 inspection and evaluation, monitoring and measuring K3 performance through inspections, audit, and analysis of workplace accident and occupational disease data. The results of inspection and evaluation are used to identify areas that need improvement. Okay, is the last K3 management review. Periodic evaluation by top management of the K3 management system to ensure its sustainability, education, and effectiveness. The results of this review form the basis for continuous improvement. Okay, next is potential hazards in the workplace. Various types of hazards can be found in the workplace, including the first is physical hazard, noise vibration, radiation, extreme temperature, hot or cold, inadequate lighting. Next is chemical hazards. Exposure to hazardous chemical in solid, liquid, gas, dust, vapor, or mist form. Next is biological hazards. Exposure to microorganisms such as bacteria, viruses, fungi, and parasites. Next is mechanical hazards. Use of unsafe machinery and equipment, unprotected moving parts, and potential for punching or cutting. Next is psychosocial hazards. Work-related stress, excessive workloads, intimidation, and lack of social support. Next is roles and responsibilities. The successful implementation of OSH requires active participation from all parties. The first is top management, fully responsible for establishing OSH policies, providing adequate resource, and ensuring OSH is integrated into all company activities. And supervisor or managers responsibility for ensuring workers follow safe work procedures, use PPE correctly, and identify potential hazards in their work area. Next is workers, responsible for complying with OSH regulation, using the provided PPE, reporting potential hazards or incidents, and actively participating in OSH program. Next is OSH experts, play a role in providing advice and recommendation to the company regarding OSH, conducting inspection and audits, and developing OSH programs. Okay, next is occupational safety and health program in the workplace. Examples: effective OSH implementation often involve various programs designed to address specific risks and raise OSH awareness. Some examples of OSH programs include: the first is OSH inspection program. Routine inspections are conducted to identify potential hazards, ensure compliance with OSH procedures, and verify equipment conditions. Example, daily inspection before using forklifts, weekly inspection of fire extinguishers, monthly inspection of electrical installation. Next is occupational safety and health training program. Training is provided to workers on hazard identification, risk control, use of personal protective equipment (PPE), emergency procedures, and other relevant occupational safety and health topics. Example, OSH induction for new workers, training on handling hazardous chemical, first aid training for accident, P3K, fire evacuation training. Next is emergency response program. Procedures and training to address emergency situations such as fires, chemical leaks, earthquake, or workplace accident. Example, regular fire evacuation drills, formation of emergency response teams, provision of emergency equipment such as first aid kits and fire extinguishers. Okay, next is occupational health program. Efforts to protect and improve workers' physical and mental health, including routine health checkups, occupational disease prevention programs, and promotion of healthy lifestyles. Example, pre-employment and regular health checkups, vaccination programs, provision of health facilities at the workplace, counseling program to address work-related stress. Next is ergonomics program, adjusting the work environment and job tasks to align with workers' physical capabilities and limitation to prevent musculoskeletal disorders. Example, ergonomic computer workstation setup, provision of leading aids, design of user-friendly equipment. Next is hazardous chemical management program B3. Procedure for the safe handling, storage, use, and disposal of hazardous chemical. B3 including the provision of material safety data sheets (SDAs). Example, storing B3 in well-ventilated areas and separating them by type, clear labeling of B3, and providing appropriate personal protective equipment is PPE when handling B3. Next is electrical safety program. Efforts to prevent electrical shocks, electrical fires, and explosions caused by unsafe electrical installation or equipment. An example is routine inspection of electrical installation, proper grounding installation, use of electrical equipment that meets safety standards. Alright, is the conclusion. Occupational health and safety (OHS) is a long-term investment that provides significant benefits for both workers and companies. With proper implementation of OHS, companies can create a safe, healthy, productive, and sustainable work environment. Awareness and involved of all parties are key to fostering a positive OHH culture in the workplace. Okay, everyone, thank you so much for watching this video and hopefully useful for all of us, and thank you very much. See you in the next video.